perspective, what do you see playing out?
What I see playing out is some juvenile inclinations playing themselves out. Suntai came back to Nigeria, did what the law said he should do, transmitting a letter to the to the speaker. The law does not say that the speaker has to consider it or the speaker has to make a pronouncement on it. You check your constitution; it's not there. So all this we'll consider it on Wednesday, we'll consider it on Tuesday. They were just playing to the gallery.
But lawyer said yesterday, was saying, look, he has to be sure that it was the governor that wrote the letter.
Good, because I was even coming to that.
Because you're a lawyer as well.
That's exactly. You see, the lawyer says that the speaker should be sure that it's was it delivered by a Electrical Transport Service. So, and because they now went on to say, oh, this letter is a forgery. What empowers him to make that declaration? Not just even any policeman can come out and say it's a forgery. That document should be subjected to certain forensic analysis. It's not every, like I said now, I don't know, in Anambra, they used to have that. So you can't just walk into a DPO's office and say, is this fake?
Yeah, but
has that been done? And if it's been done, where's the report? If it's been done, then he will have given us, look, it was found out that this didn't sign it. In fact, the IG said, because his team had checked, it has not been done. Why? That's why I said they're playing out juvenile, the same thing that in primary school or secondary school. If these people were serious about what they're supposed to do, this man, the governor, has not fallen afoul of the law. Let him, if not even let him, because they're already taken over. And you can hear the former acting governor now trying to challenge his boss. That's the deputy governor, because what he is the deputy governor. He was acting governor. The moment this man transmitted that letter, automatically the former acting governor went back to his position of deputy governor. That's what has happened. So he can say whatever he likes because, well, free speech. He can say whatever he wants.
Look at that picture there. I mean, you talked about them, verifying. How did they verify? We also understand that the speaker and some members of the House of Assembly were there to visit the governor. Was it a couple of days back, about 2 days back? And it's possible they were not satisfied that he truly signed the letter that was transmitted to them.
The speaker said something after the letter. He said the way the man was speaking, that's what I heard. That the way the man was speaking, he didn't think he was fit enough to govern the state. So the man was even speaking to them. The man shook their hands. If I could shake your hand, what does it take me to sign my signature or even write my initials? I'm not saying.
So even if he writes his initials.
No. I said to sign his signature.
Oh, okay.
I don't know how he signs his signature. Now, I'm not saying that authoritative that the man signed the letter, but I'm saying that why is that a problem now? If you think the man didn't sign that, you've got it. You haven't conducted the kind of analysis you're supposed to conduct on that document. You go on with the governance, then unless you don't even know what to do, you don't know what to go about it, you believe that you honestly believe, you being the house, that this man cannot govern. And if you have the interest of the state at heart, you know what to do to still remove the man. You're not doing that.
Because
and you're not taking it upon yourself to also be a medical panel to say he is unfit.
Because, Mr. Odidika, we actually looked at two issues yesterday. Good thing you said you watched the program. We were trying to also look at the EXCO, the Executive Council of the State, before it was dissolved. What would they have been able to do, constitutionally speaking?
They know it's there in the Constitution. I don't have the section. I think it's 180 or whatever of the COF now. Before the dissolution, the 2/3 of the members
I think 189
appointed by the governor. Not it states clearly there. And he described them, the commissioners appointed by the governor could easily have demanded that this declared that the man didn't seem fit to continue in office, and then the panel would have been set up. They would have demanded that. They didn't do that. The man came back and then sacked them. Anybody telling you that sack is irregular doesn't know what he's saying.
So he's fired.
Look, governor, president can sack the appointees for no reason. That's what the law says. For no reason. So this man now comes back and sacks his appointees, commissioners. And you're telling him he couldn't have done that. And then the deputy governor says his boss Did the deputy governor appoint them? I appointed them. I have sacked them. And I'll take my time to decide who we're going to appoint. In Imo State, do you have commissioners for how many months now? The man sacked them. He didn't tell us why he was sacking them. And we don't have a right to ask him why he was sacking them. Legally. So up to today, he doesn't have commissioners. This one has sacked his own commissioners. And you're saying, no, go back. Go back to where? What they're doing now, actually, they're setting a stage for the president to declare a state of emergency in that place.
Meaning we don't have any reason whatsoever to say, well, we're in a log jam, because now you say the ESCO under Section 189, as well as even the Assembly, should have been able to solve the situation.
No, the ESCO should have solved it prior to their dissolution. Now, the people can solve it if they believe they have a problem.
So you still
Because
think
not all of them
you
believe they have a problem.
still think the dissolution stands?
Oh, of course, it does stand. How can you say it doesn't stand? The man said, I've dissolved you, I've sacked you. And you're still telling him he can't do that? How many times have you had a governor
What if we're not
come
sure
and say
it's a
himself
man?
that he's sacking anybody? Even the president, he just sacked a minister.
Because that was what Anambra Suraj was saying the other day, that look, he didn't announce it, he didn't brief them. I think he even said Mr. Falana also said the sacking was not right. And if I
Yeah, I read somewhere that Femi said the sacking wasn't right. Well, that's our opinion. But what I'm saying is this. Did you hear President Jonathan say, I am sacking the Minister of Sports?
But we know that we know that we don't have a question mark hanging over, you know, the president's.
No, you can place any question mark. That's it's your prerogative to place question mark.
We don't we have a right to place a question mark? I mean, we've seen how things have evolved, you know, over time in Taraba State. We cannot hide our heads in the sand and say we don't know why this crisis is brewing. I mean, here was someone who had an accident. It was a miracle that he survived in the very first instance. He was away. He's been away for at least 10 months. He's back now. Under very, you know, he's back. People are still not sure of how fit he is because you don't know how truly fit he is. That address that was given yesterday, I don't know if you finally saw it or heard, you know, his words were very faint. Don't we have cause to question? Are we sure that the governor is truly in the right frame of health, you know, to be able to take back the affairs of the state?
What you're asking is a correct question. But my point is this. Has he breached any law? You see, that's why they say the law is an ass. It's not about sentiments or morality. He's not looking very fit. But I'm not a doctor. I'm saying what I'm seeing as a normal human being. But he is not looking very fit. He's not a doctor examining him and saying, this is the report. This man is not fit to administer the state.
That's what the Constitution wants us to.
Section 189.
Yes. So now, the commissioners didn't do that. The House don't have the power on its own to just go about doing that. But the House can use some other means to get the man, to hold the man accountable. It's not for me. If they want to advise me, they can come to my office and pay, and let me consult for them. But here, what I'm telling you right away is this, that the House, if they are serious really about the governance in Taraba State, should know how to go about removing the man if they think he cannot govern their state. Not the way they're going about it now is to create a problem, which will, because when the governor moves, does something, the deputy counters it, House counters it. The next thing you know, there will be physical crisis. They're still speaking English now. The next thing now, there will be physical crisis, violence.
Because it has that potential.
Of course it does. Because if I want to enter the door, say, no, I can't enter, a former commissioner, acting governor, they will not say there's no acting governor. There's the governor, the right governor is there in his seat. So what is going to happen? And that's what we saw in Port Harcourt will actually be a joke. There will be non-police officers will be fighting themselves with the help of their supporters. So that's what it might degenerate to. When you're going to say, I'm still acting governor. And the other guy is saying, no, you're not. I'm the governor. What's going to happen?
It would seem that, you know, somebody is not following the law here. It's like somebody is in breach. Because if we're truly following the Constitution, then we should have no room for crisis here. It doesn't look like somebody has followed. Let's take the instance.
I won't call somebody the name. Because I told you the governor sometimes has not followed the law. So
even that, you know, some people will say that, yes, he might have followed the letters of the law, but the spirit in which the letters were written haven't been followed.
You see, well, when we use the word spirit here, I'm sure we're not talking about the Pentecostal part of it. Because I heard a lawyer here yesterday say that the morality law is not about morals. It's not about sentiments.